Hello, to bring you back. Right, forks are out. I started sanding them with various grits and then realised that I could just do what I wanted to do with that thing. So now the shadow. This one, I've just basically taken all the paint off, got it all masked up here, taken off the the dust cap things. So anyway, that's one of them stripped, and then this one to be stripped. So I'll get them stripped, clean them, and then put as many coats of paint on them as I've got in the can, basically. Right, that's both of them stripped, but before I mask these up and do anything else, I'm gonna polish these stanchions where there's pitting, bits you can't get. The bit where the travel is okay, fortunately. The seals look alright. A bit dirty down there now, but anyway, I'm going to polish these with some metal polish and paper, kitchen towel. Right, I've polished them. There was quite a lot of pitting up here, so I've done 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 grit, wet and dry, and it's all worn out stuff that I've been using on other projects. Wet and dry, and then the metal polish auto sol. So now I need to mask up inside here, get these set up on here, my little rig, and get them painted. Mask up any bits I need to mask. I'm using some wheel silver that I've got, which is different to the wheel silver that I put on those peg hangers. That was a different make, and that you're supposed to, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to lacquer over that, but the one I've got now is a semi-gloss. You don't have to lacquer it. It's slightly darker. It's the one I did the brackets. I was going to show you the forks then, but they're not on there. The one I did the mudguard brackets in. So anyway, I'll get this set up. Alright, I've set them up for paint. I poked a load of tissue down there. I masked it first inside, then poked the tissue over the top, and I've just put loads of masking tape, electrical tape, and just about everything else. I went to grab my can and realised there's probably less than half a can in there, but I think it will be enough. If not, they'll be satin black, which I don't want. Right, I had enough paint for the forks, luckily. While they're drying, this bracketry, all really needs to come off and get stripped and repainted. I think that is a job for powder coating. I have a friend. So for now, what I've done, while it's accessible, is I've just cleaned it all, given it a Scotch Brite, and I've literally put in a couple of coats of satin black with a brush on it, just for now, to keep it tidy. The rust will come back through, but I don't really want to get into this at the moment. I want to get the forks back on the bike and everything, do my fork alignment, and get it all in a rolling position. So yeah, that's a job for another day. There might be some bits on the bike that get powder coated eventually, in months and months to come, when we're allowed to do things, go out and stuff. Yeah, so that's just a quick bodge at the moment. Well, here we are, finished. Doesn't look like I've achieved much for nearly 2 days work. Well, not really 2 days work, just nice and leisurely. I'm probably in the shadow and the sun. I've got no idea if this is coming out on camera. There you go, all pretty. All back together again. I've re-torqued everything to factory spec twice, just to make sure. I had to grind one of the that bolt I had to grind off, and that bolt there I had to grind off, one of the big ones, so I didn't have 4 matching bolts of each type. I did have some slightly smaller headed mushroom heads in my stock, so I put them on the front and put the bigger ones on the back where it holds down brackets. And then these, I didn't have any mushroom heads that size, so I would have had 3 and an odd one. So what I've done is I've put in normal cap heads for now, and I will, at some point, I will get some small mushroom heads and some slightly larger. I'll make it all look like stock. I think they're called mushroom heads, dome heads, whatever they're called. So anyway, there you go, it's done. Yeah, all the fork alignment I've done. I did it the factory Haynes manual way, and then I did it the other way. But there's videos on YouTube of how to do a fork alignment simply. It's actually quite simple on this to get it perfect. You start with these ones, you do up these 2 on either side, because it's a wide thing, it straightens them up, and then you do them, and then you put your wheel in and do all that up, and then you do this, and then if you're not sure, just undo everything, just leave the top ones done up, and do the homemade fork alignment as is described in a couple of Del Boy's Garage videos and a Moto Mirius video. I'm waffling now, aren't I? Anyway, that's where we are. Yeah, that was a hell of a lot of work just to make them pretty. But I'm happy with that. And the bracketry, I just did a quick rub down and touch up job. But there's going to be a point where a lot of this stuff's going to get powder coated. All that bracketry up there. Probably both peg hangers, probably going to get them powder coated silver. The rad guard thing, bits and pieces, but for now she's one step nearer to being lovely. Just waiting for my paint now. They are making it and sending it at some point, so I'll be doing that. And then I'll be looking at engine painting of. So anyway, that's enough of that. Okay, thanks for watching. That's about it for the forks. I've decided that the paint that I used for the can't do this. Paint I used for the fork legs and the brackets is much nicer than the paint that I did the rear peg hangers in. So I'll probably take off the rear peg hangers, and do them in this different paint, and I'll take off the front, or mid-set, would you call them? The mid-set hangers for all the pedals and the heel guards, because they need doing anyway. So I think I'll be doing those and those in the newer paint that doesn't require lacquer, and it's a slightly darker, mellower, more akin to the original paint colour of the bike. So I don't know if it shows that. It's a bit more grey. Sorry, I've got the camera around the wrong way, so I can't see what it's filming. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Take care, be good, peace and love. I've been Springy. See you soon.